Hi, brothers and sisters. I'm 28 days old today. I was going to talk. When I went to India, I was keeping a journal, and Gargi Baiji was with us, and she was laughing because I'd be writing away. You know, it was always about what we did today, what we saw, and everything was new. But as time went by, I was writing less and less, and then as soon as I got knowledge, I noticed that it was barely writing in that journal. And I reflect now, I'm still writing occasionally in that journal, and I look back and I can see the changes. They've been subtle, and I hadn't really noticed that much, but because I've been keeping a journal, they are more noticeable. There is, we always have that one person in our life that knows just where that little button is, who pushes it on you. And I have that person around. And for some reason the other day I asked a mutual friend of ours, I don't know if I recall, a friend of mine that also knew this person that was friends with him, and I asked him, what makes them tick, you know? I was curious, I don't understand their thinking. And it was interesting that we had a conversation about this woman, where usually if this person's name even pops up, my claws come out, I start steaming out the ears and stuff. It just having such a bad reaction. And a couple of days later, this person's name came up again, and I had this calm conversation about this person, and I was wondering, you know, what they thought, how they felt, the reactions for things, and it was this. My friend looked at me and said, "You're the same person? I remember if this person's name just came up, you would just, you know, your reaction was totally different." And that's the type of things that knowledge does for you. It just changes you subtly, just little things. You'll just notice all of a sudden that's changed, this changed, that changed. And by keeping my journal, I can see my progression more and more and more. And it hasn't even been a month, and it's been amazing. It's been amazing. And it's work in progress all the time. Everybody's progress is different. It's like, you know, that little preschooler. Some of them know how to read, some of them know their ABCs, some of them don't, but you know what? When they're 15 years old, who really cares? We're all going in the same direction. We're there to help each other and not compare. And
Lucia, who's the person that brought me here, I think it was December 12th or so, because she told me that there's a Mahatma. She met him two times before, and then she was into self-realization fellowship, and so she's more involved in SRF than this. But somehow she found out about this, so she came a few times, and she mentioned it when I met her for the first time in a Edgar Casey group in Sanford, and she, for some reason she was drawn to that because I put it on a meetup group, and I got a bunch of meetup groups, and so I scheduled different events, so that brought her there, and then she mentioned the Mahatma Ji, and so then a few maybe a week or so later, then she mentioned that if I wanted to come with her, and so I came over to the center. I think it was on a Sunday. Oh no, first I came to Tim's house and met him there, and then we came over, and so when I first saw him, I could feel that his presence was something special. So that made me want to learn more about this, and so I've been trying to come as often as I can to Satsangs and learn more, and the more I come, the less I know. Because I'm more mysterious. and so I'm gonna process what I'm recording here and put it on YouTube, and maybe bring more people here, and to the he's coming to Orlando January 7th and 8th, and maybe not 7th is Friday, 8th is a Saturday, and maybe the 9th we do something like too. at Lucia's house in Avalon Park. That's East Orlando. So I'm scheduling that with different meetups, and there's a lot of interest. Like maybe, I'd say maybe 20 people have RSVP'd from different meetups. So it might be a nice little crowd there. So I'm happy to help in any way. And I'm just learning a lot, but I know I still have a lot to learn. Thank you.
I was just feeling how auspicious this is for us to be here tonight on New Year's Eve. There's so much occurring with a new year, planetary forces, and here we are in a devotional mode. And there's so few places in our lives where we can really express our devotion to truth and to God and to peace. I was a hippie. I don't know about the rest of you, but yeah. And so, I was at Woodstock, and I was protesting Vietnam, and I did all these things. I did an ashram, and I've always had a very devotional nature, and to be able to be somewhere where I can just be in that devotional nature and be around others who feel devotional, and with a very clear way. It's not a fluffy thing, it's not frivolous. It's just my nature. It's to just really love, and to love peace, and to love just purity. So to be with Mahatma has affected me so deeply. I just feel so much more aligned with myself. I notice I just don't want to hurt anybody at all. I'm really careful when emails. I don't want anybody to take anything the wrong way, and I'll rewrite an email for 10 minutes till I make sure there's no offense or nobody can read anything into it. I just really want to just be as careful and considerate as possible, because I just feel that's my responsibility, being here and receiving all of this purity and this just divine light. It's just such grace and such a gift. And to be here on New Year's Eve, I think is just, so beautiful, and I just love being with everyone here. So, thank you, and I wish everyone a Happy New Year. And thank you, Mahatma Ji. Thank you.
My name is Sherry. I've been coming here for, I think, every night. I'm loving every minute of it. You get situations. I had a situation this weekend where I had to say, I'm not the doer, and I am not that mother, I am not that sister, I am not, you have to go with your inner self and what is right for you on the path. And I think I'm making right decisions. I'm making them easier. Things are easier to decide. You don't weigh things a lot more. You just know right away. There's a lot of knowing, I think, since we've been coming here. And just peaceful. Find myself sitting more and just enjoy sitting in the air and just being me. Not trying to be all these people, I just enjoy being me. And I look forward to a lot more Satsangs. Thank you very much.
Susan.
Yes. Susan.
Election.